And elegance, gracing the runways with well-calculated strides. They are seen on billboards and TV commercials, but are their lives always as glamorous? On this week's episode of Born a Man, we feature Bruce Madeka, a man of the world 2023. He tells his story about his dwindling chances to represent Kenya in the international competition.
Bruce Madeka, Man of the World Pageant Winner 2023. He struts the streets of Nairobi as if he's already representing Kenya in the international runway, a mere dream for many. The imagination soon fades away as the future seems bleak and fragile for the former title holder, who once missed a chance to represent Kenya in Philippines in 2019 for the very reason that I'll be bedeviling his new chance to represent Kenya in this year's international competition. He narrates his ordeal.
Man of the World is the first time that's coming to Kenya, and it took us like 4 years to get that license for a country to qualify. They have their own rules. These are male pageants, male modeling, and we are in Africa, and we are in Kenya. A majority of the Kenyan citizens, they don't understand the world modeling. They don't understand the impact of modeling. For you to go and present yourself in an office that you are a male model, you are Mr. Kenya, you want to go and present the Kenya outside. For them to understand you, it takes a big question mark, right? There are some big question marks. There is that narrative of a male model is a gayism, they are LGBTQ.
The 29-year-old who has been a model for over 10 years cries foul after failing to get funding from the government to represent the country abroad. Madeka was picked to compete for the world title in Manila, Philippines from June 5th to 18th. Has tried getting government's help to raise 380,000 shillings he needs to travel to no avail.
To convince the people in offices, the people in the government offices, that this male pageant is beneficial to the economy, is beneficial to the youth, it takes a task. They judged me. They judged like a male model. How can there be a male model? Are you straight? Are you a gay? So I've received the numerous question everywhere I go. So that's the perception that is there in the Kenyan mentality that we need to change. And we start with me, start with you. We visited the Ministry of Tourism, and after some months, duration of time, they took 3 months to respond for us. Then they say that there is no budget allocated for that. Under the Ministry of Sports, we have tried to lock all the doors, and the Ministry of Sports still they respond the same. No budget for that. The big percentage of modeling is positive, like what impact we bring to the community, rather than the few people who affect our image.
A procurement officer by profession says he puts aside his career for a while to pursue his passion and mission to serve the underprivileged in the community.
Remember that if you give up, there is a deaf somewhere who is looking up to you. So if you give up, that deaf will not impact her life or his life. There is someone in prison who is looking up to you. If you give up, if you don't go to the competition, then your projects will stall. For a model to be a Miss or a Mr., you need to have a CSR project. If you become Miss Kenya, if you become Mr. Kenya, there is a project that you need to be doing or that you're supposed to do. Under the organization called HRF, you are planting 1,000 trees per year. So that was an impact of model. Since I was Mr. Machakos, I became Mr. Machakos, and I continue the legacy of targeting 1,000 trees per year under the same organization that I was working for. Coming to the next government, they were talking about the Big Four agenda. Big Four agenda, there is an economic model of social empowerment. Social empowerment, I was doing a project called the high school day tours, where I was visiting high school. I was telling the high school mates. I was doing a project for the deaf, which I'm still doing up to now. I'm the mentor for the deaf. I mentor them. I'm still the trainer for Miss Deaf. Like if you impact a deaf community, you need funds. If you do prison projects, you need fund. If you do high school, you need fund. So these projects are well accumulated when they are funded by outside NGOs.
As a final result, he is appealing to Kenyans to finance him for the international competition.
The point that we decided to share a poster seeking for support from Kenyans. This is because we lack support from the government offices. Actually, we locked a lot of doors and we received a lot of no's. The no's that I received motivated me to seek for more. That's why I came to Kenyans to ask for help.
Madeka says he's a man on a mission who is not throwing in the cards anytime soon as he works around raising money to fly the Kenyan flag in Manila.
Modeling is seasonal. There is a time that is impact in terms of your pocket, the time that your empty pocket. So you need to have something to sustain you. So modeling should be done as a passion. We won't all of us be doctors, we won't all of us be sportsmen, we won't all of us be, for an economy to grow, all the channels of the economy need to be taken care of.
Cecilia Lubanga, Look Up TV.